Can you imagine a train so fast that even airplanes start to look slow? Not in a video game, not in a sci-fi movie. A real train, built in China, that just hit a speed no other train on Earth has ever reached. Well, get ready, because that moment has already arrived. While many countries are still proud of trains that barely pass 300 kilometers per hour, Chinese engineers are quietly building machines that smash record after record. And the latest prototype has just done something historic. It blasted up to 650 kilometers per hour in only 7 seconds, setting a new benchmark for what a train can be. In this video, you're going to discover the 8 Chinese trains that led to this monster, from the high-speed bullets you can ride today, to magnetic levitation beasts and vacuum tube rockets that will make airplanes nervous. Stay until the end, because number 1 is the train that just broke every speed record on Earth, and it's only getting started. Number 8, Fuxing CR400. China's everyday speed demon. We start with the train that, for millions of people in China, already feels like the future, even though it's just the beginning. The Fuxing CR400 isn't a prototype hidden in a lab. It's the white and silver bullet that everyday passengers board at stations like Beijing South and Shanghai Hongqiao. This electric high-speed train cruises at 350 kilometers per hour in regular service and has been tested up to 420 kilometers per hour, making it one of the fastest conventional trains in operation anywhere in the world. To put that into perspective, many high-speed trains around the planet still max out at 250 or 300 kilometers per hour. On a Fuxing, that kind of speed is just the warm-up phase. These trains connect megacities over thousands of kilometers of dedicated high-speed rail, turning journeys that once took a full day into trips of just a few hours. But the most impressive part isn't just the top speed. It's how normal it feels. You sit down, connect to the Wi-Fi, open your laptop, and suddenly you realize the landscape outside is a blur. The ride is so smooth and quiet that 300 plus kilometers per hour feels like a slow elevator. The Fuxing is the foundation, the baseline of Chinese speed. And if this is the starting point, wait until you see what comes next. Shanghai Maglev, the original flying train. Before the rest of the world even took Maglev seriously, Shanghai was already doing airport runs with a train that doesn't even touch the tracks. The Shanghai Maglev is a legend. Opened in 2004, this train uses magnetic levitation to float a few millimeters above the guideway and race between Pudong Airport and the city. On its fastest runs, it reaches 431 kilometers per hour, completing the 30-kilometer journey in just about 8 minutes. Think about that. By the time you've adjusted your seat and checked your messages, you're already arriving. The secret is simple and brilliant. By levitating the train, you eliminate wheel friction. No wheels, no axles grinding against rails, just a capsule gliding on a magnetic cushion while linear motors push it forward. Less friction means more speed, less wear, and lower noise. The Shanghai Maglev was the first commercial maglev line in the world, and for years held the title of fastest commercial train service on the planet. Even today, it's faster than almost any passenger train you can buy a ticket for. But as crazy as 431 kilometers per hour sounds, in China, that number is now starting to look slow. Number 6, CR450, the fastest bullet train on Earth. Now things start to get serious. Meet the CR450. China's next-generation bullet train that is rewriting the rules for conventional high-speed rail. Designed for 400 kilometers per hour commercial service and tested at around 450 to 453 kilometers per hour, this machine has already been called the fastest high-speed wheel-on-rail train in the world. From the outside, it looks like a futuristic spear made of glass and metal. Its nose is longer and slimmer than previous models. The roofline is lower, and the body is lighter by tens of tons. That's not just for style. These changes reduce aerodynamic drag by more than 20%, which is crucial when you're slicing through the air at nearly half the speed of sound. The CR450 can accelerate from 0 to 350 kilometers per hour in just 4 minutes and 40 seconds, and 2 of these trains recently passed each other at a combined speed of almost 900 kilometers per hour during tests. Imagine looking out the window and seeing another train coming the other way at that speed, and everything works perfectly. With new braking systems, permanent magnet traction, and smarter energy management, the CR450 isn't just faster, it's more efficient and safer than its predecessors. When it enters full commercial service, routes that now take hours could drop below the 2-hour barrier. And yet, even this incredible machine still obeys one basic rule. It rolls on wheels, and it pushes through ordinary air. The next trains on this list start breaking those rules one by one. Number 5. CRRC600. The 600 km per hour Maglev Bullet. If the CR450 shows what's possible with wheels, the CRRC600 shows what happens when you throw wheels away. Unveiled in Qingdao and now entering more advanced testing phases, this high-speed Maglev system is designed to reach 600 km per hour. That would make it one of the fastest trains in the world, and a serious competitor to short-haul flights. At low speeds, this train still uses small rubber tires, but once it hits about 150 km per hour, the magic begins. The magnetic levitation system activates, the train lifts off the guideway, and suddenly the only thing touching it is air. Motors embedded in the track pull it forward using electromagnetic forces. Engineers estimate that on a direct high-speed maglev line, a Beijing Shanghai trip could shrink from roughly 4 to 4.5 hours on today's fastest high-speed rail services to around 2.5 to 3 hours. No turbulence, no airport security lines, no waiting at the gate. You just arrive at a downtown station and step directly onto a floating bullet. The CRRC600 isn't just about speed. It's also designed to be quieter and cleaner, with far less mechanical wear and fewer moving parts than a traditional train. It's the bridge between the trains we know and the science fiction machines that are coming. But China wasn't content with 600 km per hour. The next step was to ask a dangerous question. What if we could go even faster without the air itself holding us back? Number 4. The Superconducting Super Maglev at 620 km per hour. Here is where Chinese engineers started playing with the edges of physics. At Southwest Jiaotong University, researchers developed a high-temperature superconducting HTS Maglev prototype that levitates even more stably than traditional Maglev trains. On a 165-meter test track, this technology has been pushed to speeds around 620 km per hour, beating many earlier Maglev benchmarks and proving that ultra-high speeds are possible without wheels or contact. Superconducting magnets can trap magnetic fields in a way that makes the train lock in above the track. It's so stable that in some demonstrations you can literally tilt the track and the vehicle still hangs in midair. Now scale that up from a lab model to a multi-ton train, and you have a system that can race at airplane-like speeds without needing a single drop of fuel. This prototype isn't something you can ride yet. It's more like a Formula One car for scientists, a brutal experimental platform where engineers push new materials, new control systems, and new aerodynamics to the limit. But the message is clear. China now has Maglev technology that is not only fast, but stable, efficient, and ready to be combined with an even more radical idea, removing most of the air itself. Number 3. China's hyperloop-style T-flight, the 1,000 km per hour dream. You've probably heard about the idea of trains racing through low-pressure tubes like giant bullets. In the West, that concept, hyperloop, has mostly stayed on PowerPoint slides. In China, it has a name, T-flight. Developed by CASIC, this system aims to carry passengers inside capsules that float magnetically inside a low vacuum tube, drastically reducing air resistance. The target? A top speed of 1,000 km per hour, faster than many commercial jets cruise in the sky. Imagine this. The distance between Beijing and Shanghai is about 1,100 kilometers. Today, even on the fastest high-speed rail, that trip can take 4 to 6 hours depending on the service. At T-flight speeds, that journey could drop to roughly an hour and a half, and that includes acceleration and braking. In early tests, T-flight prototypes have already run successfully on short tracks, validating the vacuum systems, the levitation, and the propulsion. Engineers plan a 60-kilometer test line where the train will finally be allowed to stretch its legs and hit that magical 4-digit speed. To understand how insane this is, remember that the official land speed record for a train, the Japanese L0 Maglev, is 603 kilometers per hour, set back in 2015. T-flight's goal is to destroy that number. But here's the twist. Before even building the 60-kilometer tube, China has already started breaking records on much shorter tracks. Number 2. 623 kilometers per hour in a 2-kilometer vacuum tube. Before anyone hits 1,000 kilometers per hour, you first have to prove you can control a train at only 600 plus. That's where China's vacuum tube Maglev tests come in. On a roughly 2-kilometer low-pressure test line, Chinese engineers have sent Maglev prototypes racing through the tube and clocked speeds up to 623 kilometers per hour, already faster than the famous Japanese Maglev record. These tests showed that the train could levitate stably, maintain precise position, and survive the incredible aerodynamic forces that appear even when most of the air is removed. Think about how wild that is. In just a couple of kilometers, a multi-ton vehicle goes from 0 to over 600 kilometers per hour inside a tunnel where even small errors or vibrations could become catastrophic. Yet the test videos show something almost eerie, a capsule gliding silently, guided by lasers, sensors, and magnetic fields. These runs are more than just stunts. Each test generates a huge amount of data about turbulence, vibration, thermal loads, and the behavior of the vacuum tube itself. That data is what will decide whether 1,000-kilometer-per-hour trains become everyday reality or stay in the realm of experiments. And just when you think 623 kilometers per hour is the limit, China does something even crazier. Number 1. The 650 kilometers per hour Maglev that just broke every record. In June 2025, researchers at the Donghu Laboratory in Hubei unveiled something extraordinary, a 1.1-ton Maglev test vehicle that they accelerated to 650 kilometers per hour in just 7 seconds on a track only 1,000 meters long. According to the team, this is now the fastest speed ever reached by a train-type vehicle on Earth, surpassing all previous Maglev and conventional rail records, and doing it on a ridiculously short track. Here's how it works. The train floats above the guideway using electromagnetic repulsion, like two magnets that refuse to touch. When the propulsion system kicks in, powerful linear motors push the vehicle forward with brutal acceleration. With no friction from wheels, the main enemy is air, and even that is carefully controlled. The result? From standstill to 650 kilometers per hour in about the time it takes you to blink a few times. Then, using advanced braking systems, the vehicle can come back down to 0 within 200 meters, all while sensors measure its position with an accuracy of just a few millimeters. And this is just phase 1. Engineers say the test line is actually designed for 800 kilometers per hour operation, and the technologies developed here will feed directly into future ultra-high-speed lines, including T-flight and other vacuum tube systems. So when we say this new Chinese train just broke every speed record on Earth, we're not talking about marketing, we're talking about actual test data. The Japanese L0 Maglev at 603 kilometers per hour, beaten. The French TGV's 574.8 kilometers per hour record on steel wheels, beaten. For the first time, a train has gone deep into the 600-plus zone, and it did it on a short experimental track. The new era of speed. What we've just seen is nothing less than a revolution in ground transportation. From the Fuxing trains that quietly cruise at 350 kilometers per hour every day, to the Shanghai Maglev gliding between airport and city, from the CR450 Bullet train that smashes past 450 kilometers per hour, all the way to Maglev prototypes in vacuum tubes and the new 650 kilometers per hour record train. China is building a ladder of speed that leads straight into the future. China's new train is faster than... We're no longer talking about trains as a slower, cheaper alternative to flying. We're talking about machines that could make short-haul flights obsolete, connecting megacities in 1 or 2 hours with 0 runway, no turbulence, and far lower emissions. Of course, huge questions remain. How much will it cost to build hundreds of kilometers of vacuum tube? How do you guarantee safety at 800 or 1,000 kilometers per hour? And will the rest of the world even be able to keep up with this pace of innovation? But one thing is clear. The speed records we grew up with are already history. Now it's your turn. Tell me, would you dare to get on a train that accelerates to 650 kilometers per hour in just a few seconds? Which of these Chinese trains impressed you the most? The everyday Fuxing, the floating Shanghai Maglev, the CR450 Bullet, or the experimental monsters racing through vacuum tubes? Let me know in the comments. And if these futuristic trains blew your mind, give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos about the most amazing technologies of tomorrow. The future of transportation isn't in the sky anymore. It's racing on rails, and China has just hit a speed the world has never seen. See you in the next one.